Good morning. It's 11:03 on December 20th. I'm Kim McGillis coming you live from Regina. So it is 11 Central Time. If you're joining me from back home in Ontario, it is around lunchtime. So how are you? Hope you are all well. And I couldn't believe it this morning that it's already December 20th. If you're watching me live, please say hello, say where you're from. Hope you're having a great week. Are you ready for Christmas? Fun fact, I haven't been able to log in just on here live because we were traveling, and if you follow me, you know that I was stuck in Toronto, so we were stuck for 2 days. The good news is our Christmas is done. We've celebrated with our children, so it's going to be a relaxing couple of next few days, so no running around for us. It's like kind of a relief in a sense, right? So you'll get to see me probably a little bit more crafting because there's no Christmas. We've already done it. So, and the fun thing is on our second flight from Toronto to Regina, I was sitting next to someone that used to figure skate with my daughter. So I looked at him and I'm like, oh, I said, you look so familiar. You look like a figure skater. Well, I don't know if you've ever watched Battles with the Blades. Well, this young man used to figure skate with my daughter an hour away from our home in Ontario. And then he was a judge on Battles of the Blade. And they were doing a tour across Canada for December. And it was like Stars on Ice. So the entire Stars on Ice professional figure skater were on our flight yesterday because they were going to Saskatoon to do not their last show, because their last show will be in Calgary. So it's kind of a small world. We weren't supposed to be on that flight, and here he was. So I took like a big snap picture with him, and then I sent it to my daughter, and she's like, as if he used to do backflips on the ice. So he was pretty famous for that. So that was pretty cool. I've got a fun project to show you today, and I'm just going to hint at you what I'm going to be doing. So here I have my 2025 calendar, and today I'm starting to build a desk calendar. So we are going to be doing January today, so I can't wait to show you. Paul is saying, hi, Kim, there are worse places you could be stuck in than Toronto. Absolutely, there are worse places to be stuck. And really, I wasn't upset about it. It was more about our dog because we had somebody stay with her. So then that person needed to come back to our house. And plus we were serving yesterday to all the cadets. It was like 600 people, and we really wanted to be there for that. But everything worked out. Our Christmas is done. We're all good. So that's kind of fun. So I am going to be blending still some stuff from this current mini catalog, but I'm also incorporating the new catalog. And why am I incorporating this morning some stuff from still like the old mini catalog that's retiring is because we are building our January board this morning, and by doing so I needed snowflakes, so that's the only reason. So I can't wait to share with you today, and I think it's gonna be fun. So you will get to build with me this cute project, and that's to go here in my stamping space, in my own stamping space. I'm doing the January month with you today, so I thought on a Friday, why wouldn't we do that? I'm gonna lower you down. So in the meanwhile, while I set up, I would love to know, are you ready for your Christmas? For me, it's a relief. It's all done, so we are good. So it is snowy here in Regina, like a little bit of a snowstorm. I'm just gonna log in case you have questions for me. There we go. Just gonna go in the comment section. There's a little bit of delay. Okay, here we are. Oh, that's not too bad. Just gonna try to move this a little bit. So I am focusing on Pool Party this morning as my color choice. And I'm gonna be using the One of a Kind stamp set, as well as the dies. They're the one-of-the-kind dies, and they do come from the mini catalog that is ending in December. So you still want to look at that list of what's leaving, that so on. My focus is snowflakes this morning, so I'm also using a couple of other things. So from the new catalog that's coming from January to April, I'll be using the birthday celebration dies, and I can't wait to start using this. So today I'm not building my cover, but my cover page will use these numbers. And then, but for today, I did want to use this cute little, I find it looks like a pocket. So we'll be using that. I'm gonna still continue using the same snowflake folder. It is gonna be back in stock, so stay tuned for that as well. A couple of you have messaged me with things that you wanted that were not back in stock, and because I designed with them earlier in the month, I promise to let you know once they are. I try to go keep tabs and check instantly. Marius Trees Dies is a collection that used to be in an older catalog, but that is still current. So I'm going to be using this cute little piece here. It's something that you might want to look at. It has lots of fun dies, and it also has trees in there. So that's kind of cool. So we're going to be using this one. And last but not least, I'm also using my perennial postage dies. Once again, not for something very complicated, but just for this little guy right here for the hole. So if you have a punch that fits with that, no issues, you could just use your punch. So let's get busy with snowflakes this morning. Just gonna take out some white cardstock, and I've gone with a thick cardstock, and the reason why I'm using thick is just because I want it to be sturdy. It's gonna be a floating calendar, so I just wanna make sure that it's heavy enough, so that's what I'll be using for my pieces. So our first piece is a piece of cardstock that is 3.5 by, that's mine. You could adjust yours to the size that you want, but mine is going to be 3.5 by 5.25. And I've already gone ahead and used that embossing folder this morning with the snowflakes. So what I did is I just ran it through and embossed some snowflakes. I'm just going to pull my image here from the other side because I've already prepared ahead of time for today. So here it is. I don't know if you get to see what it looks like, but it is pretty adorable. It has like big snowflakes at the top and then like almost a snowstorm at the bottom, just like what's going on today outside. So I am gonna be pulling this back in. And this is where my perennial dies are gonna come in handy. So let's grab the perennial dies that I need for this morning. Kind of a fun thing to get home into this beautiful space where everything is sorted out. No mess. I even had to take this one out. So this is the section I'll be using. If you want to mark it with a pencil, if you're like a precise person and want to make sure, you could grab a pen, a pencil, and then just aim at, you'll need to run it twice just so you'll get that hole. So I'm just gonna go and space it. You could go about 1/2 inch on each side if you want. And then I'm just gonna run it with a hole. So let's do this. So is everybody done with their Christmas shopping, baking, whatever you have left to do? What a relief. Ours was a very busy couple of days, but now a relief that we could just relax all weekend. Okay, so I have my first hole. I'm gonna show you so you get to see. So here it is. I don't mind that there's a little crease in there. You'll get to see why a little later on. So now I'm going to do the second one. Or if you are working full-time, maybe you'll get a little bit of holidays. Jen says, too bad we couldn't meet up while we're in Toronto. Well, my Lululemon toque is still in Toronto, probably at the hotel or some sort. I'm not too sure where I lost that, but I did lose it. My husband felt bad because he's like, I think it's me. Okay, so now I'm going to take out my Merriest Trees dies. And you know what? Some dies I get very attached. Dies that have little pieces like this that you can never find again, I feel like they could be useful. Dies that you could use to do tags, because I'm a tag lover. I find that as well. It's kind of very practical. So I think I can move this aside now. I thought our dog would be pouting at us, but oh my gosh, she was so happy that when she saw us. So I've already gone ahead and cut these out. So I have 2 of them and they are in pool party color. There is already a fold for it. So now you'll get to see that this is going right here. Now, an alternate thing that you could do is, if you wanted to, you could have had them hanging like this, that they're a little higher. But for my sense of the word, I wanted still a big space, and this would have cut off some space for my project. So I am incorporating them lower, okay? I'm just gonna use some glue and hopefully, you know what? I'm just gonna switch to the other one. So now, have you ever done the desk calendar for your own space? It's kind of addictive. I've done these over the years. And I just thought it would be fun. And then you just leave it there and you do every single month. So now I'm just going to add this one right here, adding a little bit of dimension. And we'll let this one dry. And now we'll do the second. Hello, Joan from Washington State. Here we go. So now we'll do the other side. And this is just to add a little element. If you don't want to add it, you don't need to. It's up to you. So I just thought that it'd be cute to add extra color. Perfect. So you'll get to see what we do with that a little later. Now we're gonna start building the background here. I'm gonna use a piece of Pool Party, and my piece of Pool Party is 2 3/4 by 3.5. So 2 3/4 by 3.5, and it's gonna go right in here. Let's see if we have some dimensionals here. I'm gonna use my scrap pieces that I have left, and then we're gonna grab some new ones as well. Just because I have it on a mission that I need to use all my scraps before I could open a new pack of dimensionals. How many packs of dimensionals do you have open right now? That's the question. I'm sure you have more than one. Just saying. Just saying. Or maybe you just have the one if you're very organized. I don't know what your space looks like, but just gonna grab some of these and I'll put some at the bottom. And now we're just gonna layer this right here. And I wanted some space at the bottom, like blind space, and also at the top. Now we're gonna use a piece of thick basic white cardstock. It's 2.5 by 3 1/4, and this is just going to fit in right here. So you see we are building slowly. Now this piece, I am going to add a little bit of ink. So we're going to use Pool Party. So that's why I'm not gluing it right away, but I am going to add some Pool Party. So with my blending brush, If you want a watercolor, you could watercolor. I'm just using this ink, and it's just to add a dab of color in the background. And I'm gonna go wide enough just because I have another layer coming on top right here. So I've already gone ahead and pre-cut that cute little birthday celebration image also in thick white. So see how cute? And it's gonna fit perfectly right here. So this is gonna layer on top of the other. But before I do that, I wanna grab some little snowflakes images. And if you've ordered from me in December, you know I'm always part of a demonstrator group from the French group, but you could always add, it's PDFs. We do 7 PDFs, and there's a similar card using this entire collection that I've done for December, so you get it for free when you place a $60 order Canadian. And if ever you don't speak French, the good part is when you go on YouTube, you could just use a translator and it will just caption that part. So you'll see the video, but then you'll see the written part. And then once again, I like to off stamp. So I'm just adding a couple of images here and there. And there you have it. So then this is just gonna layer on top. Look how beautiful. It's like snowflake galore. It's actually too cute to hide, is what I'm thinking. Haha, Joan is saying she's got 5 open. I have 2, so you beat me to the punch, Joan. That's amazing. Look how adorable this is. I just felt like January needed to have just something subtle, cute, and all. So now I'm just gonna take this one and we're gonna use a different little snowflake. And look, I could still put 2 on the same. Have you ever done this where you just stamp and add? It's like you're using the same stamp set. 2 images and you just add them together. Perfect. I think I'm missing one right here. We're gonna switch sides. There you go. And now this layer will go right here. So very cute. And then I just decided to print like a mini calendar, and I just use again thick cardstock when I decided to print. And I'm just gonna layer my little mini calendar right in here. So how adorbs is this? So this is just gonna shape itself right in here. And now I have part of my January. Oops, sorry. And I'm gonna use our pom-pom, pool party ribbon. This part, before I adhere this one, is just gonna layer. And I can make it as fluff as I want my calendar because it's gonna be on rings. So you'll get to see that. Ribbon, I'd like to use adhesive sticky tape. I just find it goes better. So we're just gonna go maybe on an angle here. And I'm just gonna add some pieces here and there. And then I'm just gonna remove this part and we're just gonna add our strip of ribbon. I'm doing layers. If you don't want layers, you don't need to add the ribbon. So not a big deal. If you're a very simple stamper, you could just not add it at all. And then we're just gonna add this. Let's see. And this right here. And I think I'm just gonna add another one right here. And then let me just cut this on an angle. Not enough of an angle. Here we go. I'm just gonna add one last strip right here. The one-of-a-kind dies are those two right here. So what I've done is I've already cut two of them, which are going to be snowflakes that are going to be just like in the background. Well, they thought I had two. Let's just see where the other one went. There we go. So one will be at the bottom, one will be at the top, and then we'll have this portion coming right here. How adorable is this? So cute. So cute. Okay, so I'm gonna pull this part off, and we're just gonna add my snowflakes, and I want them to poke out right there. Same thing for this one. And then the pièce of résistance is coming in the end, you'll get to see. Okay, so now, sometimes when I design projects, which I have lots to do for the artisan design team, tomorrow I'm also presenting live to demonstrators on the French site. So got lots of stuff going on, but I start thinking of what else I could do with the collection. And then this project, after I did the card, I thought it would be appropriate since January is just around the corner. And then maybe today, if it gets a little bit brighter, I could take a nice snap pic of it. So now this part is just gonna go right here. Okay, so I'm just gonna bring this closer so you get to see. I am gonna use a little bit of bling just because it's still January and I wanted to showcase our collection. So I'm gonna continue using these iridescent face gems. You could use the loose snowflakes if you want to. And normally I like the baby ones, but this time I'm going with the big one. So we're gonna add this here. And then I'm just gonna add another one here, which is just gonna pop through. So do you make your own desk calendars? Is that something that you do? I just think it's so fun. So there you have it. And now I'm just gonna bring this portion right here. So I have this, and this is how it's gonna dangle. Every single month is gonna be done, and it's just gonna dangle on my desk. Whatever piece of scrap ribbon that you have, you could just put them on and attach them as you're adding your months. I just use some of those little rings right here. And now we're just gonna open the ring. And then I'm just gonna tuck this right in on this side and just loop it back close. And then I'll do the other side as well. And then here we have it. So now I've added my pom-pom ribbon, the iridescent, also the white ribbon, and then I'll add other colors. You know that February is gonna be some pinks and stuff, but there you have it. So I'm just tilting it on an angle so you get to see what it looks like from the side, but it will be like a standing image once I put it on my blog. And it's kind of cute, and then it's just gonna dangle, and then I could add all the 12 months on here. So I find little details like these dies to hang. It just makes it so pretty. And I just use, this was my sample. I used just regular paper for my month, but really I reprinted it and then made it with thick cardstock, and I just find I'll just tuck it right on top, and then it will be a little better, the fact that it's thicker, but I just wanted to keep myself a couple of copies here. So I hope you like my project today and that you are inspired to create your own desk calendar. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.